Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I am your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from an asteroid close to Bral.
Oh. Hi, I'm Levalithana, an elven wild mage.
I'm James. I play Ockar, human paladin from Bral.
Hello, everyone. I'm Sailing Water. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grey Space.
Hey there, I'm Zakad. I play Lafdul Moonglade, a specialty priest and thief, multi-class, elven occasionally. You know, he likes changing up his form now and again. He's from Realm Space, and his gimmick is coming up with fun titles every week. So his current title is the Roughed Up Restless Rogue, because he was roughed up, he didn't sleep, and he's a rogue.
And thank you very much for those bits, Anghammarand, for Lafdul's title. And for viewers who wish to give the players some advantages, player of their choice, or the Dungeon Master of their choice, 500 bits will get a player, or me, a reroll. Currently, Braxon has 2, Lafdul has 1, Leva has 3, Solas has 3, and I, the Dungeon Master, have 12. So we left off last time, and it has been a little bit of time since we saw you all.
How do we play D&D again?
I might have forgotten all the rules of second edition.
I'll remind you. I'm sure it'll come back. But yeah, it's just a series of various people not being available. But we left off last time. The party had gone into Bellis's shop, trying to figure out what was going on, but unfortunately found a dead end in the basement, and were apprehended by the town watch. I spent a night in jail, paid a fine, and have been released. I know you guys definitely did some things immediately after getting out. Ockar went and got an atonement with from his church. I actually don't quite remember what anyone else did, but we haven't ended the day yet, and you guys had some time to, 5 weeks to think about what you wanted to do next.
Has it been that long?
It has been, yeah.
It's been ages.
I thought it was 3 weeks.
No, 5 weeks. I know, I think this might have been the longest break we've had.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yes.
I think we've had 4 weeks before, like when I went on vacation.
I had some plans for Samara to maybe, if I'm lucky, get like a rough
Wow.
layout or something.
Aw, thanks for all of those re-rolls. Alright,
Oh.
everyone gets a re-roll, including me. So I'm up to lucky 13.
Wow.
So many rerolls, old.
Too many, far too many.
I gotta save them for when I can murder you all. I mean, when it's useful.
Thanks for the reroll.
Sorry, you were saying, Lafdul.
I put down some inquiries for Samara at the Thieves Guild if she could maybe, if I'm lucky, get like speak to the person who designed the place and maybe have like a bribery to learn of the layout, or at least a rough layout of what might be down there.
Yes, that is right. I do remember that now.
So we won't be going in completely blind if we're lucky.
Now, it would not be a quick thing to get that information.
No,
you had done that just now, kind of thing.
Yeah. As well as like if I'm lucky, I might get something tomorrow, but if I'm lucky.
Yeah. But so, had you guys thought about what you wanted to do, whether you wanted to, because most of you didn't get much rest the prior night, being in jail.
Mm-hmm.
And the wizards can change their spells either.
I think if people need to rest up, I think Braxon might go on guard duty in case.
I mean, I have spells. I just don't have.
You only have what's
anything-
left rather than what you might
Yeah.
want to take for a.
Well, no, I've got good enough generic spells. I just don't have a lot of spells. That's the thing. So nothing more than like a preliminary scouting.
Well, unless someone has a really
Means of even getting in.
dire need to go have another stab at getting arrested, we
Don't
could
get caught.
probably yeah, well, like calling the watch probably didn't help, but like we could probably rest up, get spells, work out how to get in there. I don't think Bral has sewers, does it?
It has some sewers. Some of that is like, it's been put in, but it doesn't have like a full sewage system.
Yeah, so there's not an easy
That's-
way we could get to the basement from somewhere else and then walk through the wall of something.
Probably if you bribe the right people, Lafdul would say.
Yeah,
Finn is all for resting because any advantage
Yeah.
we had of being in a hurry is gone by this point. So
yeah.
What time?
I agree.
It's like midday now, isn't it?
It's like mid to late afternoon kind of thing.
And we stayed up all night, sort of thing.
Well, it's not that you stayed up all night. It's that you didn't get restful sleep. Like you got sleep
Wow.
and it was being interrupted. There were other people in jail being noisy.
Oh, I see.
And stuff like that. So you like
Solas's conscience was clean because he handed himself in, so he was able to rest perfectly fine.
Leva was awake all night. She
Oh, yeah,
raced
you-
around organizing the lawyer and getting things done.
Yeah, and then people should go to sleep. I think we should.
Jesus, yeah. Oh, she's so tired. Leva is so tired.
Braxton thinks it's possible there might be a counter attack, so we should be prepared for something. So he's happy to be on guard if he can use the blanket afterwards to get 4 hours of sleep.
I mean, you could try to like rest somewhere other than your inn if you wanted to try and make sure that if kind of hide out someplace if you guys know of someplace that you could rest. Your ship is in dry dock and being repaired, so that's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. There's something to being said for having the person we're trying to find come to us.
yeah.
that is a thing. What did I have on the back of my mind? Damn it. I hate it when you think of something. Yeah, I want to say that someone's talking right now. Wait, forgotten.
No, I know that feeling.
It's bugging me so hard because it was so important. I knew it was. Damn it.
I mean, I'm sure it'll come back to you.
Yeah.
But I mean, so like, there is that, like, letting them come to you, but you don't necessarily know that all of your enemies would come to you or something like that.
Some of them probably won't and just keep running around the background.
What if they take a set hostage or something like that? So maybe we should, I don't know, tell our companions or associates to lay low a little bit, because, I don't know, it could end up being really bad for us if they end up working against us because they got possessed or something. Maybe I'm thinking too far ahead, but, if
Maybe.
Bellis can be possessed, and who's to say he doesn't possess a sat, then, It's just,
Yeah.
I think it's worth mentioning
So-
her to take the day off or something.
So you think this creature might be able to go from person to person?
Well, I'm presuming so. I mean, either that or he's charming people. I mean, there was a runner going between the arch and going between the two establishments, so maybe that's his means of getting around.
Well, maybe you think he came from that guy into the urchin and then went into the other guy.
Well, I don't know, do I? I mean, that's only speculation.
Okay, because
I mean, it's one of those things where like a lot of possessing spirits can jump from body to body and stuff like that, so it's not unreasonable.
Yeah.
But not having concrete knowledge
Tina.
means that you can't really say for sure, and thus have that hinge on the plan. But definitely, like, yeah, if you're worried about a set, definitely having her lay low for a day
Yeah.
Totally.
or until things cool off is perfectly reasonable. I mean, again, like worst case scenario is that she was never in danger anyway.
Yeah.
But
Did we
that's
go back
no
to?
big deal.
Did we go back to our office anyway, or did we go back to where we were living?
I like some
Can we
people
split
did
up a
some
bit?
different like Ockar went off alone and Lafdul went off alone, but then yeah, you would go back to the office to meet up and plan out things and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I know we was in the office before we did the last attack that went so well.
Have we got anything? Are we?
Hello.
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 Oh yeah.
Are we gonna stake out at our office, or are we?
Well,
I mean, because it looks good, and I mean, yeah, it's pretty cramped, but we could probably rough it inside the office. What I mean is, if they attack us, I mean, then the reverse is applied.
so
In that we attack them, but now they're attacking us or something. In our
Wait, are we talking about how we're gonna rest?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking if they were not brazen enough to attack us directly, they'll attack like a set. But if a set's not there and we're there, then they're attacking us.
I guess.
But so
I'm
here's
just looking
the thing.
for
Here's the
a
thing. Right.
weakness.
So hold on for a second. So if you're attacked at night while you're resting, keep in mind that you would not have rested yet, and you would not have new spells and things like that. And if you're expecting that, then wouldn't it be better to just go straight in? See what I mean?
I don't know that we're expecting that. I think Braxon was just thinking about precautions just in case.
Right. Well, I mean, like you can ask Iset to hide out, lay low, find someplace to hide. I mean, she
Yeah.
has friends and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
it's possible that they, would know friends, but like she's got places to go, and she is a former, member of the Church of Ta. She could go to the temple, where there's at least going to be, other priests there, and stuff like that, and any attack upon her would then necessitate like defense by all the other priests, all the priests who are there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like, you can get.
Plus, it's holy ground.
She's not gonna be like safe if they decide to like if they're dead set on attacking
No,
her.
that would be brazen and ridiculous.
Right. She can go. She knows people, and she can go put herself into a position that is going to give her the best chance of being safe, while also not putting you guys in a position where you have to defend her, kind of thing.
Mm.
So if that's what you want to do, yeah, tell her to do that, and that'll put her in like the best position, possible. But then if you want to make sure that you're rested before you confront them, then you guys might want to hide out someplace yourselves.
Yeah, I think the thing about hiding out in our meeting room in our office is that we don't have beds in there. Might be a little bit uncomfortable. We could maybe ask one of our friends for a favor, like the dwarves. Can we bunk up somewhere for the night?
I mean, it's not like we're without means. We can pay for, like,
Yeah.
guards, as it were.
Yeah.
I mean, you could certainly try asking. You've certainly helped a lot of people. You know a lot of people around.
Yeah.
What are you guys thinking?
Do you think we have to leave where we're staying and go somewhere else?
I think we should change it up to at least make it harder, but I don't think we have to stress too much. I mean, if we just
Yeah.
have like a light guard in a public place, then, you know, we don't really have to do much, to be fair, other than defend ourselves. I mean, to actually kill all of us and go through like various NPCs or citizens, as it were, I don't see that happening. Not in a public place, unless they just assassinate us. I don't know. I just don't see that happening. I mean, maybe one of us gets adopted. That's what I'm expecting to happen. You know, it would be an abduction or hostage. I don't think it would be like an outright attack.
Well, the thing about them abducting someone is they'd have to leave a ransom demand or something, which we could just take to the authorities.
Well, I mean, they don't
prove.
have to put up a ransom. It could just be a way of just stopping us from confronting him and us being wrecked over the court thing. You know, making us plead guilty to various charges and bankrupting us.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
we don't want one of our
All
friends
right.
to die.
All right. Do most people want to send it to?
Yeah, send a set off, but we all sleep together somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyone object to that?
Well, looking at all these male people around.
Well, you can. I don't know. Yeah,
You've
I mean, that
camped
is the
out
problem
enough.
when we're
You've
all
camped
males.
out enough with all of these men that's pretty normal at this point.
Yeah.
So what you're
Okay.
saying, Levo, is that we should all have partners. That way you don't feel so, you
What?
know.
No, I'm not saying that at all. Just teasing you.
The
We've been
dating arc
traveling for
after the lawyer arc.
We've all been traveling for so long together.
I haven't
Be
even
used to
looked
each other
at
by
the
now.
lawyer. I just got him to get you out. Ah, gosh. Anyway, we are PG rated, so we don't get stuff like that. We don't do stuff like that.
Right. So yeah. So we'll recommend to Isset that she lays low for a while.
All right, then she will definitely go hide out at the Temple of Ptah.
Okay. Right. So shall we go to the dwarves, or has anyone else got a better idea? We could go to the elves.
Honestly, I
think-
think
I
just
I think-
a more well-established inn that just has bodyguards in general, you know, to stop riffraff.
Well,
You know, doormen or whatever you want to call them.
okay. Well, if somebody's following us, they're following us.
Or you just go to a more affluent place. You know, they're not going to let anyone just in. You know, that's the whole point of paying a premium for it.
There is that, yeah. Well, I think the dwarves are in the middle city. Maybe
Yeah,
there's an inn
I
over
mean,
there.
like, you know, and you're on good terms with literally one of the most politically powerful people on Bral.
Yeah.
Arkan
Yeah,
Noberduk is one of the most politically powerful and richest
I,
people on Bral.
I think we should go to Nobleduk because I don't want to force the issue, but if we go to him, if anyone wants to attack us, they have to attack his people. Right?
Yeah, and he could basically call on the entire dwarven section of town.
Mm-hmm.
He is a beloved
Yeah.
figure among the dwarves of Bral.
It just feels like we're, well, in a way, couch surfing, I suppose.
Yeah, we'd be couch surfing, but we can pay, like you said.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more like, hey, we need to hide out for a night. People are after us. Can you put us up for the night? We'll pay you if you want, or blah blah. Like it's not
Promises
really
favor.
it's not really like, hey bro, can I just crash on your couch for the night? Too drunk to go home. You know? I mean, does anyone have any objections to it?
Not really.
Lafdul?
No, I don't have any objections.
Okay. All right. So, are you guys thinking about getting like an actual night's sleep and then wanting to confront them in the morning? Do you want to try to go at night? Like, what do you? Because it's early afternoon. You have some flexibility in what you do. I mean, I'm assuming you guys want to try and confront them and figure out what's going on and
Who are
take
we
care of the
confronting?
problem. Well, whatever is possessing Bellis.
Some people want to figure. Some people think there's a wall we can get through.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
It's
they
been
would think
mentioned.
so.
because whoever that person is, they either have an item or they have a wizard capable of doing such. I don't think priests can do walls of stone.
Okay, so if we all rest, have we got stuff that can get us through that wall without being seen going into the building? And would it be better
Yes.
to go at night?
Well, this has indicated how he can get us in and out. I have the means of using that magic, but at least the invisibility part, but I think Solas is better for him getting us in and out because I need to take a particular type of magic that will maybe remove the spirit from Bellis. I
Okay.
believe it's only me and Solas that can do that. So
I'm not exactly sure if I can go down there with you guys because I had issues with my god and everything with the last time we broke in and did stuff. I'm not
Well, you
sure how that would go if I did that again, even with this method.
well, at the end of the day, you trust Solas, right? If he said someone was possessed, do you have any reason to doubt him? Because we all went in on that same boat.
I don't have any reason to doubt him. I'm just not sure if this is like being too hasty.
It's
Or-
because you broke in. That's why you.
But aren't we essentially breaking in again using the spell?
Not specifically, because it's kind of like an illegal
We are
shop, as it were.
basically.
We're
We don't have to go through his shop. We can go through the ground.
We can?
Yeah, we don't
Well,
have to
technically,
break
yes.
in.
So
I
it's
guess technically that wouldn't be
Also, technically, we
breaking
are
in.
not. Also, technically, we are not inside his shop since we are in the border Ethereal.
That is splitting a
That's-
very, very fine hair.
That is splitting a very fine hair. I'd be good with like descending like next to the shop and not in the shop or going into the shop.
So, just from my perspective as a dungeon master, the reason why I said it was a chaotic act, what you did last time, was basically the rushing out without a plan and without getting everyone together and going together kind of thing. I felt
Yeah.
that was chaotic. You're planning this out now. You have been told to not go into the shop by the magistrate, and that is
Yeah.
a problem. However,
yeah.
remember, like, from as a paladin of Tyr, like, this might be a different issue if you were a paladin of another god, but Tyr went along with a lie, knowing the punishment that he was going to get for it, and accepting that punishment. So, like, that is, you are absolutely allowed to act that way.
Fair enough. Then, makes sense. Yeah, I think I'd be good with it then, especially if we didn't go directly into the shop. But as long as we're careful and we have a plan in mind, I'm fine with it. Just
We just sink
be
beneath
aware that if we get in trouble and arrested again, I'm not fighting back.
We didn't fight back.
But we don't know whether they're in the shop at all.
No, we just sink beneath the ground before the shop. That'll lead us to the tunnels, more or less.
Mm.
Can
we do it? Can we sink? Yeah, can we sink into the ground without anyone noticing?
We cast etherealness before we get there. It lasts a while, as far as I remember from Solas telling. Well,
Solas, how long does it last?
Just a
Wasn't it in
moment.
turns?
It lasted some time. I need to check how long, but it should last long enough.
Turn plus around a level.
Yeah.
How much? 1 turn plus around a level.
19 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, that depends. Is it the priest or wizard version? Because
Priest, because the wizard's like 6th level.
yeah, and the wizard version lasts an hour per level.
Haven't seen that spell yet. So,
If it's the plan that you think will work, then are you able to do it for all of us?
All of the party members, yes, but not for Tejan.
not for 10.
Yeah, I can only take the party members with me.
Well,
Since
Levi
Tejan is counted as another creature. I remember Old saying that last time.
Well, Lara is actually, she had something else in mind. She was thinking of actually going to search for them or using the invisible stalker. And offering to take anyone who agrees to being reduced in size.
I think I'm more on board with the etherealness through the ground plan.
So if you reduce me, you just make me big when I need to fight.
She would have to cast a spell magic to do that.
Okay.
Finn could change size to being very small.
Everyone knows Lafdul.
Change shape.
That would probably be even better.
Yeah, because it doesn't take you casting a spell to undo it.
Correct.
But it sounds like it's going to split us up again.
And what Lara would do was, she sort of checked that with our game master. She would ask well, she'd have to really think about the proper command for the invisible stalker, but the result should be that it would carry her to wherever what's his name are and his controller are.
Harry.
Do you have to know what the thing looks like though in order to send the invisible stalker after it?
Do I?
So one thing to keep in mind about the invisible stalker is that, like, you could direct it to take you to a place, but its tracking ability, you need to cast that within an hour of the creature passing in order to track a thing. Like, it would not be able to, unless, because it needs to follow a trail.
Yeah, on the other hand, oh my god, where is it? No, it's not here.
Or
When
at
you
least
look,
set it loose in the place where you know it is.
when you look at the description, where is it? Invisible stalker. Here we are. It is a faultless tracker within 1 day of the quarry's passing. Not 1 hour.
Oh, my mistake. Give me a second. But you still need to get to a place where they've been.
Well, they've been in the
I.e.
shop.
Yeah, that.
Right,
yeah,
but
we
that's
were
what I mean is
forbid.
like you need to cast it at the trail that you want it to follow. So you'd be going to the shop and then casting it.
So what we could do would be to actually have. Well, I don't know how Ockar would go with that, but if we had, for example, etherealness to get us to the shop, and then use the stalker to get to actually where they are.
I was just
Would-
thinking of suggesting a hybrid of the two plans. We get down into the hidden passage, and then
And
you can
cast
turn your
them.
stalker loose, and we follow it.
Yeah, the problem is if we follow it, it's invisible. That's why I would tell it to actually carry lever.
But wait, couldn't one of us prepare trucing? I think we have that spell.
Me and Solas are taking Dispel Evil because it's too important to get rid of the Possessor. Or at least
True.
free Bellas.
Mm.
Unless Finn or Leva want to take that spell.
And Leva can't sense where the invisible stalker is.
No.
She needs truth. Well, she needs detect invisibility or something.
She has pass wall. So if we are, do you remember what that wall was, Old? I can't remember whether it was wooden or stone or
It's
whatever.
Stone wall.
Yeah, it's a stone wall.
So pass wall would work.
Because it radiated magic, so it must have
think-
been a created wall.
And for a backup, I can cast Stone Shape to make a door in it too.
Mm-hmm.
So
we
that
have
would be much more obvious.
Could we have like the stalker carry an object that we could follow?
Yeah, let's all go into like a bag of holding and get the stalker to just
that,
go in.
that's not what I mean. I meant like
An object you can see.
an object we can see. Like we have it hold like a bag with nothing in it, or like an unlit torch, and we follow that.
How about we just follow Solas, who has a rod or a means of detecting or seeing it?
True.
Or whoever is holding the rod.
That
Detect
would assume that
invisibility.
it would wait for us. Solas is
If I could find the
rod is good.
materials,
Hmm?
I have another way to see things like that.
No.
What materials do you need?
The terrain is desert oasis, so I would have to get lucky and find it in a shop, and take the penalty for not fresh.
I think if Lever wants to ride on the back of the invisible stalker, then
What do
she
you mean
can
on the back? I want
Is it
it
going
to
to
carry
princess
me.
carry?
So, it
Fireman carry.
it would be difficult for you to find what you're looking for, Seelan.
Yep.
Because you'd really have to scour shops.
Anyway, what I was going to say, if the invisible stalker was carrying Lever, she could just. Some of you have used these spells where you communicate with other people with telepathy or whatever it is.
Well, I'm on it.
Yeah, that's an
Right.
idea.
Well, one of you could just learn that, and Lever says, "I'm in this street. I'm in this street. I'm in this street," and we go to those streets.
Mm-hmm.
And she can actually talk and cast spells if necessary.
Yeah, well.
I'm lost with this trail of thought. I mean, yeah, I
what I'm
understand
saying
the
is-
communication part is,
What I'm
but
saying is her original plan seems okay to me, so I don't see why we need to change it to she shouldn't be carried by the invisible stalker.
If they've come back up to the surface by now. Street names aren't going to do us much good underground.
Yes.
I do have
Uh,
locate objects memorized, and Solas said he used impart knowledge on us, if I remember correctly, so we knew what the creature, the spirit looked like, so he had his memories. But I would also know what Ballas was wearing, so I could just locate objects on whatever he was wearing. At least that would tell me if he's in the shop.
Oh, I
So
just
you-
see that I have a scroll with locate creature on it.
So
Could also work.
Would
it
that
sounds
work?
I mean, it might.
Mhm.
You were
mean,
asking about to ask something, Braxon?
yeah, I was going to say it sounds like people are suspecting something's going on in the underbrow.
I
Is that-
mean, this is Bral. Something always going on in the underbrow.
yeah, but like, is that something we could check with a spell? Those of you that can ask questions to deities and stuff.
I think, well, I don't know about Finn, but I know Solas has recently used his. I probably have that potentiality, but that would also rob me of my Dispel Evil. It's having a 1/5 level spell.
Okay.
I mean, this is all us presuming we're going to do this within one day. We don't even know how big or large this
Yeah.
complex is. I mean, why don't we just go around and see if we can ask people if they know about this construct? I mean, I've already put in some favors to someone I know to see if they figure out who that person is who made the underground construct.
Oh, the people that did the work.
Yeah, well, they would. We might be able to bribe them for what's this? How big is this place? Or give us like a rough map. I basically paid one of my friends to go look into this, but there's nothing to say that we also don't do this.
Okay.
I mean, dwarves are good at stonemasonry.
Yeah. Do we know who did the?
And it's
probably,
Right now,
This
no,
is
you don't
probably
know
not the-
anything about.
well,
who worked on it.
Braxon was having a conversation about the workmanship. Does he remember? Like he was stalling for time and looking around. Does he remember Belarus saying anything about who did it?
No.
Right.
No, but if we go over to the dwarves, if we're staying at an Nobodark, then we can. There's no reason why we just don't ask the dwarves. I mean, at least that will eliminate the dwarves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
say
you
the
could definitely
dwarves, so
ask them if they know anyone who did that kind of thing.
or at least be
Yeah.
able to point us in the right direction, because it's stonework.
Yep.
Who are you going to go for the stonework? Probably the dwarves.
Probably, yeah.
Old question.
Mhm.
Detect scrying. Would one of those would what was it, a fiend or something? Would that use detect? Would that use scry to find us?
I mean, if they're using any sort of scrying to monitor you, then detect scrying would definitely reveal that.
Considering that
Alright.
person was capable of, well, at least from my point of view, thought magic. And they seem to have raised a wall of stone, so they've potentially got spellcasters.
Okay.
It wouldn't surprise me if they're scrying on us.
But would they scry specifically on Leva?
I mean, you'll detect scrying within the area of effect, if I remember correctly.
the wizard immediately becomes aware of any attempt to observe him by the means of clairvoyance, clairaudience, magic mirror, or similar spells.
Right, but so a lot of those spells, like
It's just a generic term.
if you're standing next to Braxon and they use a scrying spell on Braxon, they will see you too.
Okay.
And thus you would be scryed upon.
So and therefore, I would notice that if I use detect scrying.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I've been iffing and maying about this. I do have an oil of etherealness. I mean, one that could be used to get level 10 in, because that would give us another person in the capacity, but it could also be used I promise I don't know how long it lasts, is we could use it for like preliminary scouting inside that complex.
I mean, you could go down scouting with that before the spell is cast.
Oh, and I'd be like the front person.
Well, I mean, like,
because I could have telepathy up on another person. I've even got telepathy now, but you know.
I mean, you could use it. You could use it to scout. Is what I'm getting, or someone could use it to scout. I should say. If you wanted to scout before casting the spell on the entire party.
Yeah. No, that's good, because that means if I do that, that means I'm in first, and then Solas doesn't need to cast separate turn out.
Do you have another one to get out?
No. But I've got like I'm just trying to think. I got like a potion of gaseous form and stuff, so I don't know if I could make find like a gap somewhere and just get out that way, but that presumes that there's at least another entrance. I've only got the one potion the one oil. I mean, I got my bag of beans. I'll plant one of those to see what happens.
You definitely could, and that could be quite exciting.
Oh my god, would definitely improve. May end up being my daft, but you know.
Right, so let's try to iron out what you actually want to plan, like what plan you want to go with and stuff like that.
Well, hang on. We'll go with me using the oil ahead of time. Obviously, I'll have telepathy on someone. I'll say what's down there, where we should I should try to guide you guys in, as it were. And then when it comes to leaving, I guess I would be with Solas group, because I don't really have any readily means of getting out easily, but people like Lever could with teleport, etc.
Yes.
So, yeah, that would be our means of out. Would be obviously Lever would just teleport out, and I would go with Solas on his means of egress.
And Lever will cast detect scrying before we start, just in case. It does last 1d6 turns plus 1 turn a level.
I liked the oil of fear on this. It was like my solo get out of jail part.
I mean, you might get more.
Yeah, I mean, I've got loads of other potions, so
yeah.
Just use them, I guess.
I mean, they're there to be used. Also, keep in mind that generally, if you're put into jail, all of your stuff is taken away anyway. So,
Well, that's a figure of speech. Gets out
I
of
get
jail
it. I
fine,
understand.
like solo.
I understand. All right, so let's try to iron out what the procedures are, because, like, I haven't really heard of, let's go here, do this thing, go here, do this thing, and then we have our fight kind of thing. Is like, there's been a bunch of ideas, but not a whole lot of actually stringing it together as a plan. So what do you guys think in there? What time do you want to go? What, like, where do you want to, how do you want to approach scouting? When do you want to cast the Invisible Stalker? All these things.
Solas, a question?
Yes.
About the etherealness. No, it's okay. Thank you.
Well, that was a quick question.
Yes, wasn't it?
Was it a rhetorical question at that point?
She was wondering if she could swallow Tayan and count as one person and then regurgitate him afterwards.
Sometimes thinking about asking a question answers a question for you. Anyway, so
Yes.
what do you guys? How do you guys want to go about?
I think scouting sounds good. And if you've got telepathy up, you could say, "Come in now." If you got into trouble, and
What do you
hopefully,
mean by scouting?
well, Lafdul was talking about going ethereal and scouting ahead.
Okay.
So that maybe the rest of us don't have to go in and the spell can be conserved.
Well, it's so you can keep Tayan with you mainly, but that's so it was just an upside of me doing this was that I can scout.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yes,
you might scout and find it's a dead end, so it might be worth doing that because you might be able to get in and out without.
Or we're woefully unprepared for what we're going to face, and
Yeah,
it's better that only one of us is captured, I guess. I don't know how you want to say it.
but you don't know where to go. You just go scouting and try to find it.
I go
Find
near the
them.
shop, apply the oil, go straight down, then I'm in the tunnels. Then I just go around there. That's the scouting.
Yeah, okay. Then a question to Old again.
Yep.
Is an invisible stalker this still has mass, doesn't it?
Yes-ish.
Give the oil of fearlessness to the invisible stalker.
I'm asking what it would do. Let's say, let's take the case where they are in a closed room, in a locked room. Would it actually get through the doors?
It's a creature of air.
Mm-hmm.
It does not have a fixed form.
Okay.
If there's a keyhole, it can
But
go
if
through the keyhole.
Yeah, but if it was carrying lever, it would have to keep to normal physical laws, wouldn't it?
It would not be able to move through small things that it could not take you through.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Thank you.
It might bang your head on a few doorways.
Yeah, but the problem is not the doors. The problem is the keyholes that it might actually get through and lever wouldn't.
Like, keep in mind that invisible stalkers resent their
I know.
their control. So the more complex of a task you set it, the more wiggle room it has to not execute it the way that you intended.
I know.
I think I'm guessing, yeah. Just my opinion. My guess is that because Lafdul's really good at scouting, we should use his thing first, and then we should see from there whether it's better off to go with you getting the Stalker to follow someone, which will work especially well on the surface, or if we all need to go in underground and do something. We're not really going to know what to do until somebody gets in there, so we need someone to get in there. It's not going to be Lafdul, it's going to be Solas. But we probably want people to go in there that are not going to leave traces that we've been in there, because if we leave traces that we've been in there and they can go tell the watch, they could try and get us put in jail.
Something we hadn't thought about. I mean, our means of getting in there via fearlessness, shouldn't we like scout out a more nearer, closer location that has a basement, so we're at least on the same?
Yeah, well,
I would say like Z level, but I don't know how to write.
You can say Z level because this is a player discussion. That's perfectly fine.
The same.
I was trying.
Is that latitude? I don't know.
Same level. The same level is fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. We know what you mean.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember if there was a pub on that block, but I don't think there is. There's a couple of.
What's
couple of
86 and
buildings
87? They're nearby.
Well,
Rusty Axe is a shop. These
Yeah.
are both shops.
Yeah.
well, 87 is a tavern, but
That's
That's-
106.
87's a tavern, right?
It's the A4, I think, that
Yeah.
Old has marked on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just looking around for.
So, but 87's a bit of a way away. I
The
mean,
Illithid embassy is nearby.
yeah. I think that tavern's about the same distance as
The Dwarven Boarding
Our-
Company
our
is
shop.
89.
yeah. But
Yeah,
like,
it literally is like the same distance. But if
Well,
you're a fearless, you're not having to
okay.
travel around buildings. You can go straight through them. So the travel time is a
Yeah.
direct path.
yeah. But
And you get there in 19 minutes.
the other thing is there anybody living in any of the buildings nearby?
plenty of
Who
people
we
live in the
could-
buildings nearby.
Well,
And
is there
plenty of people live in the upper floors of their shops.
is there anybody we could bribe to let us in and to go ethereal?
I mean, probably, but it's
We
like
don't know.
you don't know who lives in any of those buildings.
Yeah.
I think that the best option is just to go into a alley near it and cast the etherealness there once we are a bit more certain that it's quieter.
How fast do we move, being ethereal?
Just
At your normal movement rate.
speed.
Normal speed.
movement.
Yeah.
But if you can run, then you can, I guess.
Stupid question for Lafdul.
Maybe
If-
stupid answer.
And you might say, I don't know, I'll have to ask Auld. So you're thinking about you need to go somewhere and put the oil of etherealness on yourself to become ethereal so that you can sneak in. What if you were invisible? Could you not just do it openly in an alleyway nearby and not have to worry about finding a building to do it in?
Have you ever tried applying oil when you're invisible?
I mean, applying
No.
oil is mostly by feel anyway.
Actually, how does that interfere if I'm wearing armor? Chainmail.
Nothing. You're applying it to your clothing.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh. You just pour it over your head and just let it.
You gotta rub it, but because that's the way that you're gonna get the most coverage out of it.
Alright.
Oh yeah, as a warning for you, Lafdul, with the oil of etherealness. Be 100% certain that you are out in the clear when the oil's effect ends.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that I don't know how long it lasts.
Since if you are occupying a solid object when the effect ends, it's going to be hurling you into deep ethereal and putting you into catatonic stupor until you are rescued.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think.
And deep
Is there
ethereal
any?
does.
Go ahead, Lafdul.
Is there any means of finding out how? Is there any spells that tell us how long a potion exactly lasts, other than like wish?
Not really. You just gotta use them and learn.
Yeah.
Have you got more than one
Nope, just
gob
one.
of this? Right,
No, it's enough to cover him and his gear, basically.
right. Well, I guess you'll just have to be fairly quick then.
Yeah, I mean, just go down once a minute, and, you know.
Don't forget, if you're in trouble and you can't get up to the surface,
Is it like? Would I expect it to be like instantly ethereal on us when it's dropping, or is it like I've got a few seconds get out of a wall kind of thing? If I'm like midway through a wall, if I'm like
when it
going
ends?
between,
When it
like
ends?
between like two buildings.
Right.
For
Well,
example.
you're asking about when it ends, correct?
Yeah, is it like I just literally cannot be?
You don't
I'm
know.
asking Solas this because he's got the spell.
Oh.
At least he would have.
I'm not sure if because you can end the spell at any time, correct?
Yeah, you can end the spell anytime.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've always ended the spell
You've never
as
let
opposed to
it run
let
its
it run its
course.
course.
Yeah.
so Lafdul,
I think I've once let it run its course, but I was in the clear at the time, of course.
You don't know if it's like a sudden ejection or if it's like over a few seconds you feel the effects wearing off.
I think
Lafdul.
it's over the course of a few seconds.
Yeah.
don't forget, if you're running low on time and you need to get out, you only need to get out that shop. You don't necessarily need to get back to the surface. So you could get into someone else's basement that's not heavily defended and then sneak out of there. Normally.
Yeah, there's always that. But
what the spell says about ending it is that even if the priest abandons his charges in the border ethereal, they will automatically materialize when the spell ends, and when the priest ends the spell, voluntarily materialization takes 1 round.
Ah, there you go.
so I got 1 round to find somewhere as the spell's fading off.
Keep in mind that that's a spell that may not be the same as the oil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course the part that if the caster occupies solid object when the spell ends, he is hurled into deep ethereal.
So we don't know what would happen if you only partially.
No.
Like, oh, my hand's in.
You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You might just get violently expelled.
Keep your ring of regeneration on, but make certain you don't lose that finger.
I mean, I
yes,
can regrow from that hand. You know, if that hand's all that's left of me.
That would make Lafdul an endless supply of food for creatures in deep ethereal.
All right, so let's. Are you sure? Like, do you want to do the scouting?
Yeah, I'm fine with
Okay.
that. You know.
All right. So to a certain extent, the risk you understand the risks as much as you're able to.
Yeah.
So you don't really need to discuss it that much more. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
How are you going to be communicating with us on the outside?
I have telepathy.
Does it have range?
Once I've cast it, as long as I'm in the same material plane.
Are you on the same
Same.
material plane when you're in the ethereal?
Oh.
Mm-hmm. You're not.
Good points.
You're in outer plane.
Hang on. I don't know about that, because you just need to establish it.
I'm pretty sure it's on the same plane.
It doesn't say?
Even if it doesn't say, I'm pretty sure it's the same plane. I was waiting to see if you guys would think about that.
Mm-hmm. So basically, would the contact break when he goes to Border Ethereal, or would it basically go dormant until he returns from Border Ethereal?
It would just be dormant. Because you'd be trying to contact them, but the spell can't find them, and then once you're back on the same plane, or if he's still on the ethereal and then you go into the ethereal, then it would reestablish itself.
Okay.
Your spell doesn't last that particularly long. You'd have to be using multiple spells. It would just mean we might have just all have to go together rather than me scouting in that case. Or yeah.
Let me double check. Let's see.
Most spells do stop at dimensional barriers.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm definitely ruling that it is on the same plane only.
But is it so that once it establishes the contact, you can be any distance away, or does the range still apply?
The range is just to cast on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once it's up, it's up.
Yeah. Okay, so what are you guys thinking for the plan?
Well, what I've been thinking all along is that when we decided to go in, we would look a quiet place around one of the alleyways near the shop, and I would cast the Etherealness there and take the group to
How long does it take to
the
cast?
underground. It's cast on the same round.
No, that's all right then.
Its casting time is 1.
Oh, that literally is a guess out of jail card kind of spell.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Even though it's 3rd level spell, its casting time is 1.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of the plan either stays the same or changes once we get in there.
Well, right,
Mhm.
but getting in is the key, and like Lafdul can has the ability to scout and come back and report. Like that's kind of what I'm.
Potentially come back.
Well, yeah, but obviously, if he doesn't come back, then you have a pretty good idea that you need to rush in and save him, kind of thing, or something like that. You know. My point being that like I'm hearing a lot of we could do this, but it's all in isolation of the other things, even when there are things that you can do together. I'm not hearing a plan. We rest, we get up at this time, so and so goes and does this, then we follow up with this. And I'm not like it doesn't need to be a detailed thing that everything is hinging on various things that could go wrong. I'm just not hearing the actual plan. And yes, it was a question to me.
So here's
Well,
what
there-
I.
Oh, hold on. Someone I thought had a question.
I did.
Yeah.
I've got a spell of meld into stone on a scroll,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just wondering, is it a loophole to spell if I know if it's a wall, if I can go through the wall and appear on the other side of the wall, or is it I just stay on one side?
Let me look. Ockar, you had a question?
Well, I was just going to try to outline the plan.
Okay, let me look this spell up then. And Leva, you had a question.
No, it wasn't a question. It was just quick going over what we were going to do.
It
Okay.
says priest made with the face of the stone which he melded. So I assume I would be stuck on that side.
Yeah, I'm looking up the spell right now.
A part of me wants to scout today before we rest. I was
Before
just trying to figure out means of me getting out without relying on the etherealness.
Before you rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, at the same time, like, if you're willing to risk being captured, you can go do that. Everyone rests, and if you're not back by morning, then they know that they need to go in and save you, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I do have a scroll sending on, so.
Yeah,
Worst
but if you get captured, you might not be able to use that.
Well, I got worse things to worry about if I'm being captured.
So the stone
Also-
must
It's
be.
more of a.
Hold on. The stone must be large enough to accommodate the priest's body in all 3 dimensions. Many stone walls are not, if it is just a wall. Like, the wall of a cave, almost certainly is going to be, but the wall of a stone building oftentimes is not going to be.
It's a stupid question. Because even I don't know the answer.
Mhm.
Is the ground in Bral made out of stone?
Yes.
So
Alright,
you could
so-
meld into the floor.
While in the stone, the priest must remain in contact, however tenuous, with the face of the stone through which he or she melded. So yeah, you cannot use that to get through
It's
to
just
the other side.
stuck on that side.
Yeah.
The wall in question, the size of the wall is not necessarily problem for Lafdul since he can reduce himself. But
That's
he
true.
I was just
couldn't
trying to
go
use
through.
it as a means of getting through a wall.
Right. No,
Well-
that is not.
So here's my idea of what the plan is, and like detailed out. So the thing is, we're gonna wake up early, and the priest and the wizards and the druid are gonna prepare all the spells they think they're gonna need for the day. Then we're gonna go out there. We're gonna try to not make a big deal of it like we did the last time, so we don't draw attention to ourselves. And then when we get to the alleyway next to the shop, Solas will cast Etherealness and we'll go down to find whatever's down there. And if we don't find anything, we go back up and we go back up and figure out something else. What happens down there depends on what we find.
Okay, and as a quick reminder, the front door that you guys broke through was boarded up. Leva saw that happen and can tell you guys that.
Yep.
The back door, you don't know what the status is on that, but while Leva was there, it was not boarded up. And obviously, a door would still need to be in place for normal people to get in and out, because Bellis does live above that. So, now obviously, like, if there's something going on where they decide not, whatever is possessing Bellis doesn't want him to leave, they could board that up. But you can reasonably assume that that door is still going to be available to you to go through. The back door.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that door Lafdul did lockpick it, and I just closed it when
Looking at
knocked it, and I just closed it when before we left. So it should be okay. But
I mean, you might have to
of
pick the
course,
lock
better to
again or
check.
something, but
I'm wondering if that secret passage got boarded up. I doubt it, because it's internal.
yeah, Braxon?
Looking at the map, if we were going to be approaching from, say, Lamp Street instead of the street that goes diagonally through that block, there's not really much wiggle room where you can get into the alleyway and not be seen from the back of the building. If we were on the other side of the block, on the other side of the road, there'd be more opportunity to hide behind a building and go ethereal and then cross the road and go into the shop from the front. But trying to get
Yeah.
in from the back, I think the best bet will be to let me ping. The best bet will be to come down like here, where you've got
Actually,
access.
use the if you use the
arrow.
measuring tool.
Liner.
Hang on, the measuring tool.
Yeah, are you seeing my arrow?
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
you mean come down this way?
yeah. I mean, come down that sort of way.
Well, Old's got a different map. He could put us on that map where he detailed it.
It's
No,
easier to
this-
stay on this map for now.
So
What I'm basically saying is, Hank, can you take your arrow away, please? Thanks. What I'm saying is, if we come down here and they're looking out the window, they're going to see us, right? So coming down here is not a good option, yeah. But if we were to come down here and go to like here, we wouldn't be visible, and then we could go ethereal there, and then just go around the corner and go along.
yeah, that
So-
probably works.
Just so you, like, there's enough time on etherealness. Like, you wouldn't be able to use it before you left, but like you could do it. You guys can see my measuring tool, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So like
Yeah.
you could do it in this block. You could do it in this block. You could do it in
Yeah.
this block. So you could do it a block away if you want to go ethereal.
Yeah. I think this somewhere in this block will be good as well. Like there's a small alley through here. This would be a good place to do it. You can get reasonably close. I'm just saying, I don't think we can do it right behind the shop because there's nowhere to hide.
No, I didn't think about doing it right behind the shop. I
Yeah,
said alley near the shop.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to be specific about that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes Ord interprets how we talk out our plan as to whether we're doing something silly or not.
Also, just extra precautionary measure. Solas is planning on casting seeming on us.
You know what?
Seaman?
Yeah, it's
Seeming.
seeming. It's a illusionary spell that allows me to, for 12 hours, change our appearances.
You'll be a bunch of
Basically,
orcs or whatever.
well, we can basically, I can change the looks, like change 1 foot of our height for 1 foot, or make us look thinner, fatter, and also, if we want to, I can give us a specific kind of uniform.
Yeah.
But
Ah.
it doesn't allow me to change, for example, anyone to look like an centaur or something. We have to be within close parameters to our origin.
Hey,
Okay.
Old.
Yes.
My bottle and the smoking will be classed as fouling Bral out, right?
Yes.
I was just thinking if I used it from the tunnels to smoke out the underground, as it were, you could potentially see where smoke is coming out from four other entrances. But they may employ powerful divination magic to find out who caused it.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
So, well, but also the fact that, like, I mean, if they have something down there to let out normal cook smoke or something like that, then it should look like any other chimney. So
It's just expelling a lot of smoke all of a sudden.
yeah, but I mean, it might be
true.
difficult to tell amongst all the other chimneys in the block.
That's true. If the chimney of the building went down into the basement and down into the underbrow, you wouldn't know that it wasn't someone in one of the.
It was a thought to. Sorry to interrupt. It's just a thought to get you guys to observe the smoke. See which particular house is particularly smoky suddenly, then you know that's another way in.
But okay, fair enough. That's a contingency plan. I thought we was trying to outline what we're doing. One thing I'm not sure on yet is, do people want to do this at night, or do they want to wait till
Doesn't
the next
matter.
day?
The problem is I don't want to give them more time than we have to, because I feel like the more time we give them, the more chance they have to cover their tracks and get away.
I mean, we've been in prison. They've had time to rest, so they're
I know,
prepared
but
at this point.
I know, but I don't want to give them any more time.
Right, and I mean, what he's meaning is like, yeah, they've had a day, but like, it still takes time to make plans and stuff like that. Like, if they're planning to move, for example.
So anything, I want to do this in the morning.
In the morning rather than in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Especially since a lot of creatures have dark vision or infravision. And for all we know, the thing we could be dealing with could have infravision. And a lot of us don't have that.
Yeah, we all do, apart from you.
Yeah, technically, actually, just one of you don't at this point.
Well, I don't have infravision, and you don't want me carrying a torch.
So, but when they're saying night versus morning, it's a question of whether you go to sleep in the late afternoon kind of thing, and thus are waking up in the middle of the night, versus going to sleep in the evening and waking up in the morning.
Oh, in that case, we'll do it late that afternoon and going at night. I thought you were talking about night
a whole nother day. No, yeah.
No.
I thought it was like night the next day. Like we wake up in the morning and then we wait till night.
No.
Yeah.
So
I want to do whichever's faster and get to
then that would you'd have the cover of darkness.
Okay, how long do each of the spellcasters need? Obviously, we've got to sleep for 8 hours.
I've not changed up my spells yet, so I would have to go to bed as early as I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
Same here.
Same.
Okay. And
it's
then
going to be multiple hours for me, at least.
And then
yes.
Yeah. So
I guess
if we all went to sleep now, which I don't know what the time is now, but if we all went to sleep now and we have 8 hours sleep, and then we get up, then people have got to do stuff to get their spells. What time would that give us? That would be the earliest
middle of the night.
You'd still have at least an hour or two of darkness.
Okay. Because I think if we did that, there would be less people on the streets. There'd be less people in the back alleys, because people use those back alleys to go between blocks, and there'd be more chance of us finding a place to go ethereal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy, at the same time, you could argue that, there's fewer people on the street, so the guards are going to take notice of the fewer people that are on the street, especially a group of people. It's here nor there, but it's a counter argument. I'm not.
I mean, if you're really worried about, I do have invisibility 10-foot radius.
Okay, Lafdul, you had a question for me, I think?
If I did, I no longer remember.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so yeah, like you'd definitely be able to. I'm not too concerned on how much time each of you needs to recover spells, because I kind of took into account that you probably all need multiple hours. So you could. I'm just letting you know that you can definitely do it and have like 2 hours before daybreak.
Yeah,
is when you'd be ready.
Braxon's deity gives all his spells immediately because he's got a better deity.
Right.
Yeah, you also have no spells.
Yeah, because he needs no spells.
Then I think we have a plan in mind. I think we should go to rest and get ready to execute it.
Okay. So you do gather up like just what you need from your inn, and then do your best to make your way over to Noberduk's enclave without, like taking a lot of turns and trying to lose anyone who might be following you.
Yeah.
And then ask him if he can put you up for the night. And given what you know, like you make a quick description of that you think someone is after you, and you need somewhere safe to stay for the night that, you know, that's not an inn where they might attack and put other people in danger and stuff like that. Noberduk, having, you know, a very high opinion of you as it is, readily agrees, and he puts you up in a it's kind of like a storage area, but he does get some blankets and things for you, so it's reasonably comfortable.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry.
So you guys can get your rest. Ockar and Braxon, you're going to be just taking turns guarding, just being on guard kind of thing, just to make sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brax is going to ask the spellcasters have got to do stuff if they need stuff done for the morning, so he can go get food or whatever.
Noberduk is perfectly happy to supply you with some breakfast. I mean, it's going to be simple fare, but...
Yeah, all right.
You know. Water, dwarven ale, if you want, bread, some cheese, meats, that kind of thing.
And this is like D&D, but what kind... We're not going to be going in our adventuring gear when we're going into the hearing, right? Going to be civilian clothes or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, you would not be allowed to take any obvious weapons.
Yeah, I was thinking I really need to get myself a new holy symbol, so I was thinking about this one for a spanner in the works. Getting caught in the night. No, I need to go to a clothing shop and sequester some kind of garment that I can use as my holy symbol that is inconspicuous to everyday, you know, it could be like a tie or something.
I mean, there's plenty of like pieces of jewelry or pieces of you know, like a cloak clasp or a brooch or something like that you could easily pick up anywhere.
Yeah, that's what I need to go and do that though. But this is what I want to do.
Right, but you can well, no one's going to be open in the morning and you know, early hours before daybreak. I'm not
I could
going
do this
to
before sleeping.
You can do it before sleeping, but I'm not going to penalize you if you don't. Like, if you want to wait until you're done with the whatever happens down in the basement.
Well, I mean, it's here or there. I mean, I just wanted it done before the court thing comes up, so...
Yeah. So you can probably wait until after whatever happens down in the basement.
I mean, I've been on Bral for like a week or two, and I haven't changed my holy symbol, so...
What you should probably do is steal the hat, the guy that's suing us, and use that as your holy symbol. He won't notice. Hey, that guy's wearing my hat.
I mean, so again, like I'm using this more as a flavor thing rather than like a restriction. So
no, it just makes sense.
I mean, I understand, but I'm also perfectly fine if you wanted to say at some point you stole a little minor 1 silver piece cloak clasp brooch thing or something like that, you know?
Oh, I was just trying to be clever about it because we're potentially being disarmed, and one of the benefits or strengths or weaknesses of my class is that I can hide my holy symbol.
I understand. My point is that I'm treating this as flavor. So if you want to say, at some point I would have stolen this for my holy symbol, as long as it's not a valuable item and it's not something that gives you an actual advantage, I got no problem with whatever it is, kind of thing. You know. So, if you want to just say that you've done that at some point, I'm perfectly fine with that. You're high enough level that it is very easy for you to just pocket a very minor, non-particularly valuable object of some kind. So, handkerchief.
I mean, an 11th level thief can occasionally roll 100.
Yes, but it's also not something that I'm going to be concerned about because it's more it would be throwing a wrench into the works in a way that I don't really care to deal with. Like when if you fail a thieving check when you're trying to get down into this basement, absolutely that is throwing a wrench into the works in a way that I want if it's gonna happen. But you just going and getting a non-valuable piece of something that you can use as a holy symbol, that's fine. All right. So you guys will get your rest, and you can start changing up your spells.
Yay. Just a general note to the stealthier members of the party. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Lafdul. If we could get our hands on something closely related to Bellis, I could track him when we get down there.
Oh, the psychic tracking spell.
If you go into the house, then you could easily do that, but that would require you to not be ethereal anymore, and I don't think any of your spells...
I could do that. I could acquire that the night before if he asks me.
Yeah, that's me just kind of generally putting it out there.
Do you want to break into the house the night before?
Why?
No,
I assume this is a private conversation. If anything, he would have maybe mentioned to me, I have the means to do this if you get me this. So if it's important, I can do it.
I mean, it would make finding him easier.
Alright. I'll go grab something.
And it could even double as your holy symbol.
Is this before we go to sleep?
This would be before you go to sleep, yeah.
Okay.
Now, as long as you're going there, you could always use the Oil of Etherealness to scout around.
Yeah, the whole point of using that is so Leva can use 10, so I don't need to be in Solas' group, because there was a limit on the party members.
Alright.
So I have to use it the other day. I can't, or ideally, I don't want to use it today. I mean, I got an potion of gaseous form if I need to. It needs rapid escape, so.
Can Leva not leave Tayan on the material plane for a little bit? How close does he have to be to her?
Just within a mile, so she's generally fine.
Yeah, and again, like this is not...
Bral,
that's not, again, something that I... And it's a very slow process anyway. It's not something that happens immediately. It's like a day or something like that.
Right.
Alright, well, if I'm doing this, and I am going to be invisible or ring invisibility, and I will probably try to get into the house via like a second story or something, or third story, rather than the back door that I'm presuming is now going to be magically warded, because I'm not skeptical at all of the person who can create a wall of stone.
Alright, so, how do you want to approach the building? I could actually take you over
is there any, like, the Thieves' Highway, if that's at all possible?
This
as
is
in, like,
not...
rooftops?
Well, I mean, you could go along the rooftops.
And see if I can get in through one of the windows or something.
Okay, so give me just a second.
I'd be invisible. I do not have polymorph, but I do have outer self and reduce if needed.
Actually, did any of the priests have healing spells before you rested?
I have healing spells.
Okay.
I was not fully healed, but I can heal myself out with them.
Then go ahead and
some too.
Go ahead and set. Everyone can be fully healed at that point. Then.
I was down 8 hit points, but yeah.
All right.
like 4 healing spells, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm not too concerned about rolling for it or anything like that. All right, so Lafdul, how do you want to approach Bellis's shop then? Like, what building do you want to climb up? Where do you want to go along the roof? That kind of thing.
Where's my drawing tool? Drawing tool. I know that was like a little shop. I'm just trying to think. No, but I'll see if there's like anything up there. I don't know where entrances are or anything. But I'm invisible, so I'm not fast because I'm wearing invisibility.
So entrances to major buildings are obviously going to be along, like any
Major
building that
streets,
faces
or...
a major street is going to have an entrance there because there's probably a ground floor shop or a ground floor entrance to upper level apartments. Some of the buildings do have back doors as well.
Along these series, somewhere I would just go around, see, looking for a way up.
Right, so do you want to climb up along an alley, or do you want to climb up along the front facade of a building that faces a major street? That's...
what time of day is it?
It is going to be late afternoon, so you are looking at daytime if you go right away before you rest.
Yeah, then it would have to be an alley.
Okay.
Because it's too broad. Too many people walking out from work.
Okay, and do you want to try and climb up another group of buildings and jump across? Or do you want to climb up this group of buildings here?
Like you could ping.
All right.
Ping again.
So, well, I didn't think. Like you could climb up buildings over here and then jump your way across.
Jump.
Yeah, you can jump across any of the alleys. It's the risk is more noise than falling. The alleys are not particularly wide. But the main streets like these are too wide to jump across.
Yeah, no. If I'd scout around, look for an easy way up, and then just go up and just plan my route.
Right, but are you willing to risk
I'll
a jump
across. Yeah, I'll risk jump or two.
Okay, what building do you want to climb up then?
It's pointy. Alright. Well, maybe up there.
Okay.
Go across.
Okay. All right. Let me get some dice.
I would not be wearing my armor for this.
Okay.
I'm using my braces defense. So.
All right.
My climb balls is without my armor 75. Oh, without that, it's another +5, 80. Move silently. There's another +5, 85. Without armor. Hiding shadows.
Well, you're invisible, right?
Yeah, it's not going to matter. But maybe it's hiding shadows.
Okay. All right. So you go into an alley. Would you go over this way invisibly, or would you...
Yeah, I'd be invisible. I mean, I got ring invisibility, so I'm just
Right, but I mean, would you go into the alley and then become invisible, or would you get over to the area invisibly?
Depends how busy the streets are. I mean, if I'm having to dodge a lot of people, then I wouldn't be invisible until I get there.
It's pretty busy, but if you try to stick to alleyways, alleyways are always less busy than the main streets.
No, I'll make myself invisible when I get there.
Okay. All right.
I'm pretty good at, timing, there's no one about.
Okay, then in an alley you will want to hide in shadows before you use the ring.
Uh-huh.
So what is hide in shadows?
Hide in shadows is 75.
Okay.
5 from the non-armor, and
Yeah.
obviously I get minus 10 for wearing armor, so it's plus 15 from hang on.
It's fine. I'm
Yeah.
trusting you to have the numbers correct.
Yeah.
All right, so you get into one of the alleys back here. Doesn't really matter where. Kind of secrete yourself behind some, barrels, crates, things propped up. Look around, make sure that no one's seeing you, and activate your ring so you're invisible. Then you sneak your way over to the edge of this orange building here.
Oh.
The wall. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I will do this because Finn would have sent me on this errand, as it were, because we had this conversation. So before we left, I'm hoping this is going to be, within 28 minutes, but I would have cast telepathy on him. If you will allow it.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Because I am putting myself at risk, if I do get captured, at least he'll know.
Okay.
And obviously I can say what I see if something does happen. So,
Okay.
it's only 28 minutes, but yeah.
All right, so you do succeed in climbing up to the roof, and then quietly make your way across, and you come to this gap here, and you do not have the jumping proficiency, correct?
No.
Okay. Give me a
I do have tightrope walking. If there are any lines between the building.
Not high enough up
Oh.
that you could use.
The one time I might have used this proficiency.
I mean, if you threw a grapple line across, then you could do it.
I do have a grapple.
You want to try that then?
That's definitely going to make noise. How difficult's the jump? It's not difficult. It's noisy, isn't it?
It's the risk is noise. It is not difficult. You're not very likely to fall down.
Yeah, no, it's just noise.
And you're going to try to do it as quietly as possible.
Yeah. Well, my move silent is pretty good, so.
Okay.
It's 5, so.
Give me a dexterity check. There is going to be a penalty to this.
Well, I got a dex of 18, so.
I mean, it's pretty good. All right. Okay. You do manage to leap across, being light on your feet. You do not make a significant sound. And you work your way over to the roof of Bellis's shop as quietly as you can. All right, so you're on the roof. Now you'll have to climb down and try to open a window. So you good with that?
Could I make it easier without a self so that I can either fly, glide, or, not fall down, or...
You would have, like, the sound of flapping wings, and that would definitely break any kind of move silently that you might want to make.
Alright, now I'll just have to
You
climb
could tie
down.
a rope somewhere.
Yeah, the rope becomes visible. And the rope will be suddenly moving, dangling, and
But aren't you going in there at night?
No, this is
Evening.
late afternoon.
Evening. Okay.
Yeah, the thought did cross my mind to just rappel down. Depends how difficult the climb is. I may risk it.
It's
'cause
not
it's in and out.
particularly difficult, the climb itself. The question is whether you can grip onto the wall while opening the window. And
I've
it is
got
an
a climbing
alley.
dagger.
It is an alley, so you're less likely to be seen with a rope, but I mean, you're
I mean, it's-
invisible, but the rope is less likely to be seen because it's an alley, but it still might be seen.
Question: do they? I'm guessing they don't have drain pipes on Bral if it doesn't rain.
I
But
think they do summon rain. Like I've kind of
Right.
ruled that they
No.
they do have some weather wizards who summon rain periodically to.
Yeah.
Weather wizards is that thing?
Yeah. I mean, wizards who
so just-
specialize in weather magic and stuff like that, or priests.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that was a.
It's not like a
skill,
class or
just-
anything like that, but people might
Oh.
call themselves that.
No, I was just trying to figure if he was on a sloped roof, trying to work out how to grab something to slide down, or whether he'd be on a flat roof like they have in Spain, where he could just lean over the edge and look for lots of handholds before he has to do it.
They generally
Which-
are sloped roofs.
Right.
All right, so I mean, if you've got other precautions that you want to take, there is a chimney, so you could tie a rope around it real easily, and you could make it just long enough to get down to window levels.
Sorry, hang on. I've got like a climbing dagger, but climbing daggers become visible once you start digging them into the wall.
Yeah.
And they make noise. How difficult is the potential access?
Well, so the wall itself is not particularly difficult. It's a wooden
Plenty
wall.
of handholds. Rotten wood or
It's
good
not
wood?
rotten, no. It's in good condition.
Yeah. Alright, yes, it should hold my weight.
Like, you're basically going to climb down and probably, like, you know, rest your feet on the windowsill as you try to open the window.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just try that, you know.
Okay. All right.
I will listen to see if anyone's in there first. 50.
Okay. Unfortunately,
Heyo.
you do begin to climb down the wall, and
I have tumbling if I'm falling.
get to the make a tumbling check because yeah, you're falling. Roll a 99.
Yeah. Oh wow! All right. Hang on. Where's my tum? Oh, there.
Okay, you do manage to succeed in your tumbling check.
There's no attempt at trying to fall gracefully, is there?
That's what tumbling is for. It is
Well,
an attempt to fall without injuring yourself, and that is going to be more graceful than
landing flat on your face.
yeah.
Yeah, Finn just hears laughter going, "Oh no!"
Pretty much. All right, give me a second. Because you're going to be. I'm going to pull you over to the map in a second.
I'm just saying that Lafdul's deity has a weird sense of humor.
All right, so Lafdul, let me get you over. Okay, hold on a second. I need to move you to a different map because I couldn't get you to the proper one. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do... They changed how it works, so it's a little.
Apparently, I can fall up to 60 feet or less. It does nothing from a fall of 10 foot or less.
Okay, so what is the effect? You fell about 30 feet.
Half damage.
Half damage. All right.
And I would not be regenerating this.
Why not?
Because I'm not wearing my ring of regeneration, I'm wearing my ring of invisibility. The other one's a ring of holiness, which means I lose my spells if I take that ring off.
Gotcha. All right. Okay, so you take 6 points of damage.
Is halved or
that is halved? That is halved.
All right, 44.
So you're right there. You do tumble to the ground and hit the ground with a very audible thud, and like a oof pain sounds from you, and having done that, like you there is an obvious sign that something has just fallen there.
How many people?
I'm sorry?
How many people?
Quick, impersonate a cat.
No, I can shrink myself down, which is going to be my reflex, I think, to make myself even smaller of a target or noticeable.
So immediately there's some people walking through the alley, like going to one of the doors or something like that, and they look around startled at the sound. But you also immediately catch sight of some people who were well hidden coming out and immediately looking, converging on where you were located. So
I recognize them as other rogues.
They are wearing red veils.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
Alright, well, since I've got a mental connection up with Finn, I will tell him that this place is actually being secured by a thieves guild.
Isn't this a territory, the Halfling Thieves Guild's territory?
Uh-huh.
And the Red Whale were a different Thieves Guild.
Yeah, I would shrink myself down.
Alright, well, go ahead and... because, they're going to know...
Something went on. Yeah.
And they're going to know where it happened. And it is... They can't see you, but they are definitely aware of your location and presence.
Finn would tell you in response to just get out of there and forget it.
Yeah, well, now that I know that it's actively being guarded by a thieves guild, yes.
Okay, hold on, I forgot
That's incredibly fast for me. Hey, Lafdul's like, oh, Drummon's hit him.
I needed to get a token for me to
did cross my mind to cast something before.
To cast what?
No, it's introspection about the situation. I was like, should I cast Mind Read before going in there? And what's the odds of Ballast being inside the building?
Since there's only 2 things on... Actually, let me get the turn order out. I rolled the exact same as you. So roll again.
Really?
Yeah, roll again.
I didn't... It's 8.
Alright.
I'll do it.
Good. They're going first.
Really?
Yeah.
You get a chance to... All I'm doing is shrinking myself down, but hell.
Right, but you're like... I mean, you fell onto the ground, so you gotta, collect yourself and stuff like that. And let's see.
How are they approaching? Are they being surreptitious, or are they just being brazen, weapons out?
So they were obviously hiding, and you never made a point to look down at the street and see if there was anyone like watching or anything like that, or you might have noticed them. Some of them are approaching exactly where, the spot was, and they are attacking you. They're being pretty brazen about it at this point.
Yeah. Wow, all 3 of them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you
Well,
are
I'm
invisible.
Oh, they know I'm here.
So again,
yeah, but
like,
you're still invisible.
You're still invisible, but like you fell to the ground. It was an obvious thud, obvious sound, and obvious signs of something hitting the ground right there. So yeah, they have a good idea of where you are. Now, you are invisible, so they're
But
not
I'm
going to necessarily
prone, I
know
see.
of you moving away if you, unless you leave tracks or something like that.
I'm trying to think what my armor class is. Would I be prone, or from
Yeah,
tumbling
you're
I
prone.
would have not been prone?
You're prone. Tumbling just allowed you to position yourself in such a way that you took reduced damage, kind of thing.
So I don't have my dex.
Nope.
So it's just my braces, which are an armor class of 5.
They do get minus for trying to attack invisible thing.
Yeah.
But I'm also prone, which is +4, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's just armor class 5.
Yeah.
Which is not great. That means they are going to hit me 3 attacks. I assume they're dual wielding.
No, they're not. They are just wielding short swords.
This is an opportunity for me to kill the Red Flask members here.
So I need a saving throw versus.
Wow, they just
Deathly.
take me out on the first round. Do they?
One of them got a 20. One of them got
All
a
right.
20.
Saving for. I will use a reroll.
Okay.
Even though death saves are pretty good on a priest, I just can't afford to go down like this in the first round.
Yeah, no, nothing wrong with if you got it, use it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I did.
Well, I mean, the 20 would have been a success. All right.
Oh yeah, highest better.
All right, so you take 6 points of damage as one of them does
Oh, they know I'm here.
manage to stab you. And they're not calling out, but like you recognize that they're calling out to their friends, but not in like with a signal as opposed to a verbal, like a word call kind of thing. All right, so you shrink down.
Yeah, and I attempt to move away from them,
Okay.
making my movement prints as small as possible, although I might be bleeding.
So how small does that make you?
I can go down to like 1 inch.
Okay.
Tiny. And go slightly below 1 inch, I think.
There you go. All right.
Oh, where's my hit points not updated on here? It's saying 50 out of 50, even though I'm at 44.
I'm
Oh,
seeing...
no, because I got hit again, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Sorry, how much
6
damage? 3 doubled.
Well, no, it's 2d6. I got a 2 and a 4.
38.
I mean, I'm seeing an update on my screen.
Yeah, it's not updating on mine. Until I click on my character, then it shows the bubble as 38, but my token's still 50 out of 50.
All right, probably just needs a refresh, but that can be done during the break. All right, so where are you gonna move to?
I'm attempting to, move silently, so even though I'm being attacked, but I'm just gonna hope my acrobatics will help. Tumbling. Actually, no, I can't tumble in the same round as using a granted power.
No, and you can't move silently either.
Alright, well, I'm tiny. I'm hoping 1 foot Lafdul will... Oh, my movement's going to be terrible, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah.
Like, I don't know what my movement would be. I assume it's going to be like 1.
So you're not
Tenth.
encumbered at all, right? Because you left a
I
lot
got
of stuff
movement
back.
12.
Then I'm just gonna have the movement for now. Because I mean, like, if you look at an ant can move pretty far, so you can get 60 feet.
I'm gonna go there and just hide around the corner and listen.
Okay. So they are going to be attacking you from the rear. I need another saving throw versus death, please.
Another crit.
Yeah.
Alright, another reroll. I used my last reroll.
Okay. See, now this is where I like these failures to come in. Okay, that is a success, and that is going to be 11 points of damage.
Alright.
Alright. So you can go ahead and move your token.
Like now, I'm just looking around the corner.
Alright.
I'm hoping the 1 foot Lafdul doesn't make enough noise for them to hear me or see footprints.
Okay.
Although I might be bleeding a lot now because I've been hit several times.
Yeah, you might be. All right, go ahead and give me an initiative roll. If you're gonna try to like hide, like you are bleeding, so a hide in shadows check and a move silently at this point.
No, I'm gonna use a granted power. I'm gonna cast chaos on them.
Okay.
Since I just need to point in a direction to affect them.
Alright.
And it's non-variable.
Okay, you are up first.
Nice. You know.
And they're not going to get any saving throw for that, are they?
Nope.
Okay.
They're not fighters. Well, if any of them are multi-class fighters, then yeah. Or wizards. Actually, no, they'd have to be enchantment specialists. Although if they're higher level than me...
Yeah, I mean, they certainly could be higher level than you. Certainly, yeah.
They're level 1 feet. You just got 20s.
I did get 2 20s, yes. I did get 2 20s. Alright, so, they definitely are going to be losing track of you with the chaos on them, I think.
Lafdul's,
So with that, you can definitely get away. There are some more thieves coming up this way to see what's going on.
I want to try and listen and hide behind a barrel or something. I want to see what this whole spiel's about. I mean, my reduced self lasts for a long time.
Right, but you also need to regain more spells now, and you're injured, so, like...
I think you should just get out of there.
Well, see if I can overhear anything, but yeah, I will eventually be making my way off. I'm not staying. I'm just saying what the initial conversation was.
Alright, so the thieves who come up are gonna start like interacting with the ones that you put chaos on, and like they're gonna be trying to shake them out of it. The thieves with chaos, some of them are gonna be just like, you know, one of them is gonna be trying to stab at his erstwhile allies.
Question.
And yes.
Does fairy fire make me? Does it break my invisibility?
If you're putting it on a person, I would definitely say yes.
Oh, because I want to light up a load of thieves to draw attention to themselves. Well, actually, no, they're fine. They're going to draw attention.
Right, and they're also like it's not nighttime, so the fairy fire is actually not going to be
No, but it's like if they want to slink away, then
Right.
suddenly the guards can deal with a load of rogues.
But so
I want to get them into trouble. That's what I was trying to utilize by.
So
seeing
they've
if
they've come
those-
over here and they're trying to talk to each other in hushed tones. One of them is just kind of like staring into space. One of them is beginning to wander away. This one here starts attacking the new ones who come over, and this one here, who definitely looks like he's in command, guts this one for daring to attack him. And then they're like coming over here and shaking their friends and trying to get them into to explain what's going on and figure out what's going on. Now, how long does chaos last?
Pretty sure it's around a level at the very least. Hang on. I need to look at the wizard spells. Because I don't have it on my character sheet, 'cause it's not a spell. Hang on, I'm looking it up on Chaos. Wizard spell, round a level.
Okay. So like you can stay until the spell expires, but at the same time, you are in a perfect opportunity to get the heck out of there without being seen.
What's question for my? This is about a background check for a Thieves Guild thing. How valuable is information on the red masks to learn things about them?
Depends on what you learn. It could be either very, very valuable or completely worthless because it's already obviously known.
Because, I mean, they've now got to dispose of a body, and I don't know how they're going to do it and stuff, so they could lead me back to their hidey hole, and that could be invaluable.
They will almost certainly...
I'm invisible.
Right, so...
they know I'm there, though, I suppose.
They know... Well, they're going to know someone is there once the chaos expires on the two remaining ones that attacked you, and can actually convey what they know.
Side note, what are they saying? Anything about any of them talking at all, other than
Yeah,
one
it's
got
like,
gutted?
what the hell is going on? Why did you see something? Speak to us. What is going on with you? Like the two that have chaos on them are obviously not in their right mind now, and so the three who've come over are trying to figure out what the heck is going on, why they called them over. The good news is that any blood that you left is now being kind of hidden by the fact that this guy got gutted. So them trying to once the spell expires and they can say we saw something, we stabbed it, it's injured, it should be around here somewhere, someone that we couldn't see, then they might start looking for your blood trail.
Yeah. I so want to rat these guys out with Fairy Fire. I really do.
I mean, you can do it, but it is going to break your invisibility.
I'm just thinking if I can just hide somewhere. Can I climb up anywhere? Because it's going to take several rounds for them to do anything. Can I, climb up?
I mean,
I
you
need
are,
a
but
laughter.
you're also like an inch tall. It's going to take a while.
What if can I outer self to fly?
Sure.
Oh, that's going to make noise in that. But they're going to be trying to talk to their mates, so I'm hoping that's enough of the distraction. I'm going to outer self and just fly up. Just see what happens. See if they hear me or not.
All right. So,
I'll move away a bit.
So this
for
one
round.
This one is instructing the others to grab their friends, and he is hefting up this body, and they're moving down the alley this way.
I assume they're going to be struggling a bit, though.
Yes, they are.
Because they're confused.
They are. They do
Just-
get down
I-
here, and they drag him into this building here.
Oh. I would like to follow and listen at the door.
Okay. I mean, there's just an argument going on.
Yeah, I know. I want to listen.
I know. But it's an argument between multiple people. There's multiple voices. What is your hear noise check?
It's like 50. I want to go right up.
Okay, yeah, you are not able to make out very much.
Alright, can I cast Mind Read?
You can hear the sound of some armored boots coming down the alley. And some Bral watchmen are coming, and they're inspecting the obvious sign of a struggle here. And one of them is sent to run off the other way. And you should be down here.
At this point, Finn would be flying in that direction as a bird to get Lafdul out of there.
Okay, and you'd be conveying this to him
Yes.
through telepathy?
Yeah, Lafdul's like, oh, this is interesting. Things are happening, and
I mean, keep in
even
mind
though
that
you've told us.
you've also fallen 30 feet and been stabbed twice. Kind of
Sorry,
viciously.
Lafdul's had worse. He's been.
You're
rolled
not
around in-
regenerating.
I know.
Okay?
The things you do for, where did the thieves went in here?
I mean, he did get killed by a carpet once.
Yeah,
went
I
in
got
here,
that.
yes. It looks like
I-
a public latrine.
Alright, I have Mind Read up, yeah? Because I would have cast it.
Yeah,
Because I want to read their minds. If I can get conversations. It's alright, impromptu NPCs.
No, I need to
if
look at the
this
spell
was
to see what you get out of it.
Yeah, if this wasn't opposing Thieves Guild members, I would have left them. I wouldn't have been interested. Because they're Thieves members, I'm suddenly interested.
Yeah, but I also want to get to our break. All right,
I mean,
hold on
if
a
you
second.
really want me to leave, I'll just leave, but
No, I mean, it's up to you. Do. Okay. Okay, so you're only going to be getting surface thoughts.
I also want to try and draw the guard over here by, throwing a rock along the ground or something. Something to draw the guard over here.
Okay, you do not get any character classes.
That's fine.
And you're getting a jumble of thoughts. Like, two of them are confused, so it is nothing but confusing thoughts. And the other three are also confused, but not magically, because they're trying to figure out what's going on. They're worried about getting caught now. You definitely understand that they are not supposed to be here, because this is not their territory. So you do pick that up. And they're definitely worried.
Yeah. Anything... Hang on. Does this look like it's one way? This looks like it's only one way in or out the building.
You have no idea.
I tried to draw the guard over there. I throw a rock. It's probably going to be too heavy for me, I just realized.
Yes.
Being
Yes,
one inch.
there are no rocks around that you could pick up that would be obvious enough.
Does the guard look like it comes over here at all?
No, but there are more guards coming, including an obvious leader. And they're going to be discussing what's going on.
I want to know if any of the guards come in this direction, my direction, tell me. Because I'll be waiting around a little bit. Obviously with mind read up.
They're just they're looking at it, and then the leader kind of waves them off, and they head away.
You know what? I'm going to
There's
try and
no
call
body.
them out. I'm going to call them out. I'm going to shout out for the guards.
Okay,
I'm going to try.
1 inch tall. You have a very, very quiet voice.
No, I would have tried to run over and call the guards over. I'm trying to get these thieves caught.
Okay, Finn, you'd be getting here around this time. Keep in mind that Lafdul is invisible.
So I'd probably just land somewhere nearby and say, "Get on my back, we're getting out of here."
Well, the guards could take care of these guys. It would work in our favor if they get caught. They were obviously hired. They're inside this building. Well, I just point to the building that they're in.
You can't point in a way that
Well,
I can see you're
invisible.
invisible.
I describe the door, alleyway door, if he's nearby. Can you get the guard? Oh, no. Could you at least pull the guards in this direction? Drop a rock off the roof?
All right, fine. I suggest not being anywhere near the door, though.
Yeah. After I'll go. I'll.
Because it would
go
be
into
about
that
my luck that I'd drop the rock and hit you.
Alright, yeah. After goes over into the corner.
Okay, so
Well-
Finn, you're gonna pick up a rock from the street and drop it, try to attract their attention. All right.
If there's anything metal nearby, I'll drop it onto that.
Okay. There's a wooden crate, so it'll definitely make a clunk sound. The guards turn around. What was that? And they're going to come back. Do you want to keep dropping rocks to lead them over towards the door that Lafdul described?
Yeah,
and
I'll drop a couple more.
And I will use my granted power for knock to open the door. Actually, does it open? Does it swing open, or does it just unlock? I'm pretty sure
it does actually open.
Alright then, yeah, no, I'm opening the door with knock. So they can see the guards. Because there's going to be a body in there.
Okay. So, you use your granted power, the door swings open, and there's a quiet moment of surprise between the two groups. And then the leader of the watch says, "You're supposed to be guarding the back door. What's going on?"
Oh.
Yep, at this point, I'm landing over near where Lafdul said he was going to be and saying, "Get on my back, we're getting out of here now."
Alright, now I'm getting out.
Alright.
I'll find... I mean, I'm small and invisible. I can just walk out now at this point. But now that I know the
But
guards
I
are
can
on the
get you,
payroll...
I can get you farther away much faster.
Right,
Alright.
you're at substantially reduced speed since you're small. All right, so you get
Alright,
on Finn's back.
Yeah. Is there anything distinctive about the guards? Are they just on the payroll?
No, they're
As it were.
I'm sorry, they're watchmen. They're Bral watchmen.
I assume that these have been bribed by the thieves. Did I misinterpret the situation?
They could be bribed by the thieves. You don't know, but they're Bral watchmen. This is from like one of the magistrates.
I'm just... How? Have I misunderstood the situation? What are the guards saying to the thieves?
The guards said to the thieves, "You were supposed to be watching the back door."
Oh, so the guards have... Alright.
And that's when you get on Finn's back and fly away.
Alright.
Okay. So, with that,
Well, it's just, this is unexpected, so, I was kind of...
Let me get you back into the group. There we go. All right, so you fly back and you can let the rest of the party know what's going on. And this is a good time for us to take our break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, everyone. Good time to get something to eat or drink, stretch your legs, and we will be right back. See you shortly.
We'll see you
See
then.
you on the other side.